Zurubang explained in 6 minutes. The goal of the game is to win duels against your opponent to gain points and reach 30 or more of them first. Setup. Both players receive a quick rule card. The duel card is placed on the battlefield. Shuffle all other cards, and each player receives 5 cards. The deck is divided into 3 similar big stacks. The player who owns the game decides who starts and on which side the stacks go. Gameplay. Players can do 3 different things on their turn. Exchange one single card and take a new one from one of the stacks. Exchange all cards and take 5 new cards from the stacks in any order, but the opponent receives 1 point for this. Or duel your opponent. Duel. Whoever is challenged can decide to decline, which grants the other player 5 points. Or they accept. If you accept the duel, you decide who starts. Place one of your cards next to the 3 stacks. Your opponent places one opposite and 1 card next to this one. Now you again twice, and so on until all 5 cards are placed on the battlefield. The duel outcome is determined. Each card winning gets 2 points, a draw grants 1 point, a loss 0 points. Some cards give more than 2 points. Whoever has the higher score in total gets all the points. Big token grant you 5 points, small tokens grant you 1 point. Whoever got challenged is next, takes the duel card and places it back in the middle. This continues until one player reaches 30 or more points first and wins the game. The cards and elements. Each card has one of 5 different elements: earth, spirit, air, water, and fire. One element always loses against the other element and also wins against one. If they are not directly connected, the higher power, ability, or talent of the card determine who wins. Each card is set up the same way. Power, name, element on front of the card, the frame indicating the element, and element on the back, which we cannot see ourselves at the moment. Not all cards are what they seem from the card back. Winning in a duel. The higher power, ability or talent win in a duel, but only if the elements don't collide. The element rule goes before any other. Power. The card with the higher power wins the duel. Powers range from 1 to 11, but can go even higher at times. Abilities. Some cards have one of the 3 available abilities: destroying, flying, and shooting. Destroying cards destroy the opposite card after the duel. The card has to be exchanged and replaced face side down by a new card from one of the 3 stacks. Flying cards, who have a weaker power than the opposite card, can fly away. The duel ends in a draw like this. If both cards can fly, the higher powered card wins. Shooting cards win against flying cards. But remember, if the element is stronger, then the other element, shooting or flying, doesn't help. Talents. Some cards have talents and are stronger on certain positions on the battlefield, grant you more points, or have other effects. Talents often decide a duel outcome. Sudden death. If a duel ends in a draw, like here, 5 to 5, all cards remain where they are. The destroyed or discarded cards are part of sudden death and can be looked at. Each player takes 5 small pixel tokens in their hand. Now they secretly choose one single card from their team to fight against another card from the other team. Counted from the 3 stacks, this is position 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The players choose the amount of tokens in their hand to define the chosen card. This score is now added to the score of the draw before. If the duel had ended in another draw, the 2 cards are out and the sudden death continues until a win is determined. The Zurubang appears 5 times in total, 1 in every element. It cannot be destroyed and wins against any card, except the ones with power 4 or less. If the Zurubang loses, it has to be discarded and the opponent receives another point on top. Different hands. If a player has 5 different elements on the card back when starting a duel and winning it, you receive +2 points. This is called a rainbow hand. It doesn't matter if the cards are discarded or destroyed during the duel, the moment the duel starts and the rainbow hand is present, the rule applies. The same also applies to any hand with 5 of a kind, but instead of earning 2 points for a win, you even gain 4 points. Very important for a 5 of a kind hand to note is that as soon as the duel starts, the elements not only win against the element they normally win, but also against the one they normally lose. Fire would win against earth and water now in this duel. That was it. Have fun!